Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Rosia Conseja. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribe to my channel and for sharing these videos with someone who really needs it. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of the symptoms that people created many years ago, saying that it's a syndrome, the ADHD and ADD. Since 1960, I was reading a book long time ago that the kids that are coming to this world since those years, they're coming with hyperactivity, mental and physical. They call it the physical is the ADHD. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's hyperactivity or impulsive disorder or something like that. And ADD is hyperactivity in your brain. So that means that these kids are coming to change the world. They are coming with creativeness. They want, because our old world is obsolete. It's not there anymore. That's why we have a lot of wars and unfair situations. People don't want to change. They don't want to use their consciousness and common sense to make their lives better. So the important thing here is that we, as a parents, as a uncles, aunties, family, that we are awake, that we know what's going on out there. We need to realize that raising kids with hyperactivity is not a syndrome. It's a way that they are coming to move this world for better. Because the old ways is, most of parents are couch potatoes. They just want to sit down in the couch, in the sofa, watching TV or watching their cell phone, and the kids, Mom, Dad, I want to play. No, go and play with yourself. If they are by themselves, if they don't have brothers or sisters, or they are too little, whatever is the situation. But they don't realize that's why these kids, they get frustrated. That's why they break things to get the attention, because they said, oh, my mom and my dad doesn't want to play with me. I'm going to break something. I'm going to yell. I'm going to scream. I'm going to do something so I get their attention. That's why little kids, they do that. The children and the kids, they do certain things to say, hey, Mom. They don't say it directly to you, but they are thinking, and the way to yell, scream, sometimes they say bad words because they hear it from adult people. Whatever it is, they do it is to get attention, to say, hey, I'm here, I need love, I need attention, I need companion. They don't say those things. And parents, because the way that they were raised, that was not the best way. Most of parents, and I'm including myself, we're coming from violent families, from families who neglect us, who didn't pay attention to us, who didn't know how to love us, so they didn't give us hugs, kisses, affection. So we think the way that we were raised was the best way, so we had to raise our kids in the same way. I don't think so, because these generations nowadays, if you don't explain, if you don't say, hey, sweetie, honey, baby, however you call your kid, I suggest you don't jump anymore, because if you keep jumping, you're going to hurt yourself. And Mom or Dad or whoever, I don't want to see you crying, because that made me sad too. So, and always we should talk to their level. We should go on our knees and talk to them so they will understand better. They don't see us like, oh, I'm powerful, I'm your mom and your dad, you have to obey me because I said so and I'm done. No, that's the wrong way, because what we are doing with those actions, like the actions that our parents did or our grandparents did to us, what we are provoking is insecurities in our kids, low self-esteem. And that's why when they grow up, they're going to be insecure with low self-esteem, even though they are pretending in this hypocrisy war that everything is fine and it's not fine. That's why people get cancers, tumors. They got a lot of illnesses physically, because emotionally are broken. Also, the schools, everything is advancing, technology and everything. We have new things that is for the accommodation of the human being. But the bad thing is the schools are obsolete too. The schools are like with the 200-300 years ago of education or more. And they should change it. All the things they are teaching us that we as an adult person, we realize that doesn't help. At least that you are going to study in chemistry and physics or whatever, that will help you. But the rest in the school that you teach us, emotional intelligence, yoga, meditation, how to calm our mind. Why I'm saying this? Because, and also parents, we can teach that to our kids. Our kids came hyperactive already. They don't need medicine. All of them, they say, oh, my kid has ADHD or ADD. Take to the doctor. Yeah, the doctor give a chemical that has like 10,000 side effects. And they only care that the parent what only care is that the child doesn't bother him when he's watching the football, or with the mother is talking on the phone. She doesn't want to be bothered. So the medicine shut them down. That means they get zombies. They get like, I have friends that unfortunately their kids are taking medicine. And the medicine for ADD or ADHD and ADD is the worst, because those are chemicals. Those are not coming for plants or for natural things. No, they are chemicals that shut the neurons. That means that they made them weak. If the child is a healthy child, likes to play, likes to jump, likes to do exercise. What you need to do as a parent is to put them in exercise. Take them to do yoga at home. Even they can do yoga with you and you can teach them. Take them to the park so they can jump, they can play with the things the metal things that are in the park. That kind of thing that they can get fresh air, and they can, because children get stressed as adults. You think that because a child plays all day long, they don't get stressed out? They get stressed out. Can be no physical, but mentally, yes. So they need to release their frustration. How? Exercising, playing, moving their body. So when they get exhausted, they are ready to go to bed. Also, a part of the hyperactivity, if you search, most of the things now has tons of sugar. They put sugar for everything. They don't tell you, and even when you read the labels, the nutrition facts, sometimes it doesn't say, but you can taste that it's sugar there. So how can be parents that you want a child that doesn't bother you, that is not a burden for you, even though you pretend to care? I'm not, how can I say? I'm talking for general. I don't know you there, but most of parents, unfortunately, they don't use their consciousness and say, hey, 1 second, what I'm doing to my kid? If I'm giving him or giving her the right thing? No. Parents says, oh, the only care is, I care about my life. I don't want that the child bothers me. I want to be with my partner, or I want to go this and there. Why you have kids there in the first place? And you don't want to be bothered, because I had seen through my friends, through neighbors, through family. I never did that with my kids. But I saw, and I have seen, that they don't care about their kids. They say they love them, but they don't love them, because when you love, you don't hurt indirectly. Because people assume that hurt is physically hurt them or emotionally mistreat them. It's a part of that is not that kind of hurt. Hurt is giving the kids unhealthy food. I had seen in the supermarkets, children 1-2 years old, and the mother is drinking soda, Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever they are drinking, and they give it sips to the kid. They are damaging their stomach. They are in the development. They are growing up. You can have all those things after you stop growing up. You cannot give them before. Why? Because you create illnesses. The body comes perfect, but we make it imperfect, putting all the junk, the bad stuff that they sell us, that they tell us that is really good, but it's not even the diets. They say, oh, you drink Diet Coke, or you drink Diet Pepsi, that's good for you. No, those ones has tons of sugars. They have between 16 and 18 cubes of sugar every soda. Of course, for they make money, they sell you something to make it like a 0 calories. Yeah, 0 calories, but you don't know how many chemicals that soda has. Search, investigate. Don't believe me. Search. Most of parents, most of people, they prefer to believe whatever they sell them than to search and investigate. This is good for me. This is good for my family. No, people don't search because they are lazy. They prefer to believe whatever the news, whatever the TV tells you what to do, what to eat, and how to look. And that's very sad. So that's why we are coming with a lot of traumas, emotional things that we haven't worked in ourselves yet. And then we are transferring those traumas, those emotional problems to our kids. So when I grow up, for example, insecure, low self-esteem and everything, then I'm going to transmit that to my kids. Unconsciousness. Because if I use in my consciousness, of course, I'm going to treat my kid in a different way because I don't want that my son or my daughter get the same emotional problems that I grow up with. So keep in mind those hyperactivity, mental or physical symptoms, because they are no syndromes. They make like a syndromes is to shut down the kids, to say, oh, because I'm not saying all, but most of the parents out there, unfortunately, in all the world, not just United States, all the world, they want to live an easy life. They don't want to work hard anymore. They just want that the things come easy to them. And a part of that, they want to have kids, but as a trophy. Like, oh yes, I look my son, look my daughter. Yeah, but what kind of quality of love and attention are you giving to those kids? What type of food are you giving them? Pizza, hot dogs, burgers, a lot of junk that most of people grow up with bad cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Really? So we are not conscious about what we are doing to our kids. And they copy what we do and what we say. They don't copy, what we say, no, sorry. They copy what they hear and what we tell them, what we do. We tell them, don't do this. But they see it, what we are doing, they're going to copy us. They're not going to do whatever I tell them to don't do it. Because they are smart. They always ask themselves. They're not going to ask you, hey, mom, why you send me to do this if you're doing it? Will be a few kids that they are going to question you. Depends on the confidence they have in you. Well, I don't want to make this video that long, but my point here is, parents out there, please be conscious, awake, use your common sense when you raise your kids. All the kids in this world, they have ADD or ADHD or ADD, or they have both. The best solution to those problems is give them love, quality time, attention, and put them to do exercise at least 2 hours every day according to their age. Nowadays, you can find everything in Google and YouTube videos or whatever platform you use. You can how to raise a healthy child from 0 to 2 years old, for example, or from 5 years to 10. You find nowadays, and there are psychologists, there are people that they tell you how to raise a healthy child mentally, physically, and everything. Because we are here in this world to learn. Our kids came to teach us how to do better ourselves. But no, we assume that we know everything because we are the parents, we are the adult here, and we want to repeat the same cycle that we coming from our ancestors, from our parents, and we are doing wrong. I always tell little people, and the kids, and I always tell adult people, copy the good things from others. Don't copy the bad behavior. Don't copy the bad things, because are going to make our life more miserable than it is already if we have a miserable life. And remember, the hell doesn't exist. Religions, unfortunately, let us believe that we have a heaven and a hell. No, the hell is here in the earth, and this world is hell. So it's up to me if I want to make my life as a hell, or if I want to make my life as a heaven. It depends on my attitude, my thinking. If I'm thinking positively most of the times, many good things will come to me. But if I think negative things, many negative things is going to come back to me. So keep in mind those things. Observe yourselves, how you think, how you react, and how you talk to your kids. And then rectify, correct your mistakes, and then you will be a good master, a good teacher to your kids. Your kids are the mirrors from you. Whatever you don't like in your kids is because you haven't worked those problems in yourself. So auto-analyze yourself. Am I doing this wrong? Let me ask the expert or someone who knows how to raise kids. But don't assume because your parents raise you in a certain way, that's the best way to raise your kids, and it's not. Most in the United States, at least, there are many charter schools. The charter schools, most of them are for free. The only difference is they use uniform. But these charter schools, I love them because I have my kid in one of those through his childhood, until middle school. So the charter schools are private schools that what they do is they keep you busy. They're not doing like traditional public schools that you had to wait for the rest of your classmates to finish the project. When you finish your project, You don't have to be bothering everybody because you are boring waiting for the rest of the people to finish. No, they put you, Peter, Chris, whoever, you done with your task or with your project? Okay, here is more. And they keep you busy all day. They take you to 2 hours of PE every day, to physical education. So they keep you busy. So your kid is happier, is creative. They are doing something different. Public schools, unfortunately, they keep teaching the same old from centuries, things that your kid is not going to learn. The only thing that is good for your life is the basics like math and reading. At least that you want to be a chemical or a scientific or something, maybe because physics or chemistry, that will help you in college, but the rest is obsolete. You need to allow your kids to be educated in a different way, to understand it. Always when you want to talk with your kid, depends on the age, go on your knee and talk to them on your knee. Don't talk from the level that you're high, because they are going to be scared of you. They're going to be scared of you to talk to you because they are afraid whatever you're going to tell them or you're going to yell at them or whatever. Always go to their level, to go down on the floor and says, hey, honey, sweetie, however you call it, baby, what's going on? Why'd you break those things? Oh, I don't know. So you talk to them, because most of parents assume, no, I'm going to wait until he's bigger so he or she can understand me. No. These kids of this generation, they are so smart. When you're gone, they're coming back already. So you need to be prepared to talk to them, explain the reason of why you need to be quiet, why you need to stop doing what you're doing, because mommy or daddy or whatever don't want that you hurt yourself. I don't want you to hear you crying, and I don't want to get upset. Oh, I don't get to get sad because you hurt yourself. You need to give reason also of why. If you don't explain the reason, they are going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So this is suggestions and advices from experience of myself and friends and family. So I just want to share that information with you guys. Thank you for watching my videos, for for subscribe to my channel, and to share my information with someone else who needs it. Okay, the universe and God bless you and keep you good company. Bye-bye.